on set. Places, everybody. And action.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. As you can see, I have one of my good friends, Steve, Fragrance Fanatic. How you doing, Steve?
What's going on, Ross? How are you?
I'm doing well. Also the owner of Kingdom Fragrances, which if you're familiar with my channel, you've heard me mention many times, even as much as yesterday's video where I just had a nice little order that I purchased come in that we went over. And so the format with this podcast is I don't like the guests being able to prepare. So I just hit them with a topic once we get here. And Steve, you have no idea what the discussion is going to be today, correct?
I have absolutely no idea.
So when it comes to work-life balance, nobody wears more hats that I know personally than you. So obviously we're going to talk about whatever comes to mind, but the main topic I'd like to discuss is how do you manage to have a full-time job, a full-time marriage with a pregnant wife, not full-time marriage, that's stupid, but you also have so many side projects with your graphic design business. You have Kingdom Fragrances, which is growing and booming and blossoming, and still manage to find time to make content. Can you elaborate a little bit on when do you sleep? Because I know you go to the gym at least 4 to 5 days a week as well. So how do you pull all of this off, man? You're like a robot.
Just prioritizing stuff, to be honest. So I don't ship every single day with Kingdom Fragrances. And that's for a reason. I have 1 to 3 days processing and handling, but that allows me the time because I will do 20 to 40 orders in a week. So I can't ship every day because I have other things in my life that I have to prioritize. So like you spoke on the gym, right now my fitness is one of the most highest priorities in my life.
Same.
Obviously staying in shape, looking better, feeling better. I have to be healthy to be able to do everything else. So obviously I make that a priority, and then just with everything with my current job, and then, obviously my wife is pregnant, then with my other business, and then also in school full time, it's just really prioritized.
I forgot about that. You're working on a degree right now too. It's incredible how you manage to juggle without dropping anything.
Well, and like I told you before when we spoke offline, I told you about the channel. My channel slowed down a little for the simple fact of obviously school and everything takes priority. I have to get this degree done to be able to pursue additional things I want to do in my future. So that's taken kind of the spotlight, but I kind of do pretty much what we've talked about before. If you have to, you can pre-record some things, and I have, and then, a day or two later, I put it out, but that's just what works for me because I still want to be able to provide content for the viewers. And then obviously I still want to let people know that I'm still the face behind Kingdom Fragrances.
Well, here's the crazy part for me is I can vouch firsthand. Every time you get a break, like for those of you that don't know, he's a police officer at a school as well. Every time they go on break, he goes on break, which frees up a little bit of time. And I'm pretty sure I'm the first person to hear. He's like, hey man, I'm off for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to be recording a bunch of content. You were just born with that hustle muscle. You don't take that extra little bit of time to catch a breather or anything. You're like, all right, this much time per day freed up. Now I can split that time up to other things. It's just incredible. That's why I wanted to have this discussion with you, because you're better at this than pretty much anybody I know. Yeah. I've never seen you falter, and you always make time to do so many things in a day. It's mind blowing to me. And because like Kingdom Fragrances, for example, I get messages a lot about, oh man, he doesn't have a lot in his inventory right now, or the next day it'll be, oh man, I saw that, but then it sold out. And I'm constantly letting people know, you don't understand the revolving door that is Steve's inventory. People don't really understand how many orders you're actually going through. And you might only get 2 or 3 bottles of this one thing, and in a matter of 10 minutes, they're gone. As soon as somebody sees it, the way this community works, somebody will spread a screenshot or let their buddy know, and it's gone. And it's a revolving door of inventory. So it's one of those things that I preach. If you see it and you want it, Steve's prices are great. You need to grab it now, because God knows when he's going to have it in stock again.
And I mean, that's 100% accurate, because there are things that I can't purchase a high quantity of because it's not necessarily my local supplier doesn't necessarily sell wholesale on certain items. Like certain items, he just gets an inventory in and he says, hey, I can sell you, like quantity A. I can sell you 10, I can sell you 5, whatever it may be. Unfortunately, it's not always 45 pieces or 50, 100 pieces. That's not what he can sell me because he supplies a lot of people and it's not just me. And I respect that, but he does look out for me and I appreciate that. Now I would say with the Nichane, I got a lot of them. I'm not going to lie. I think in total, I probably had almost 40 pieces of different, the 1.7s, the 3.3s. And I legitimately, because when
that all disappeared.
Well, it dropped because stimulus checks dropped.
Yeah.
So literally every single other order for that week, I think I did almost 4,000 in sales for that week. Every other order was $300, $500, $600 orders. And it was everybody buying. One person bought 4 different bottles. So like you said, if you see it and you want it, and I'll just share this with you on here. I don't really speak of it a lot. I actually haven't even really talked about it too much, but I've done just under 70,000 in sales since June. So I'm on track. If I stay at this pace, probably 80 to 100,000 is what I'm anticipating in sales for my first year in business.
That's awesome, man.
So I do sell a lot.
And I can let you guys know firsthand. Look, when he gets something cool that he knows everybody's wanting, he'll let me know and I spread the word. For some of you that remember when he got the 75 ml Mercedes-Benz cologne testers, I know I grabbed one of those myself because they just don't come around, and he had a great price on them. Moschino Toy Boy, the last time he restocked on that, his price isn't better than everybody every single time, but at the very least, it's as good as the best price out there. So it's one of those things that I don't just talk about Kingdom Fragrances just because he's my friend. It's legitimately one of, if not the best places to buy discount fragrances. You really need to keep your eye on his website if there's a specific fragrance that you knew he had in the past, because you never know when it's coming around again. Because fans of the channel, I'm a big time bargain hunter, and I know a lot of you are, and this man has that type of sight. So you want to keep your eyes on it.
What I really, I guess, gear my business towards is the customer service aspect of it. So when not only are the prices, I do try to keep all the prices reasonable. Like I was selling the 100 mil of Nichane for originally $154. Then my price went up because my price went up to purchase them. So it went to $159.98. But still, if you look online, that's an extremely reasonable price. In addition to the customer service aspect of it, if you message that website anywhere, whether it's my email or you do the message from the website, you're talking to me. It's me. You're not talking to somebody somewhere else. Somebody doesn't know what's going on. If you ask me about your order, you're legitimately talking to the owner. And I get emails, like 5 to 10 a day. So, I answer every single email, and I try to, like you say to your viewers, try to tell you if it's something that you want, you see it. I don't know if I'm going to have a restock anytime soon. I really don't know. Stuff come and goes. I don't have an anticipation. Sometimes I don't get the inventory in when I thought I was going to.
Well, the 2 examples I gave were the perfect examples. Mercedes-Benz cologne, because you may never get that.
Discontinued.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's a hot item. Like I said, you may never get it again. And then on top of that, Moschino Toy Boy. Yeah, they're out there. Yeah, you can find them. It's not hard to find, but to find a full presentation for $49 is hard.
Right, for sure.
So when it comes around, if you're interested in that, he's got them. And then prime example, I don't remember do you remember exactly what I paid for YEDT? I want to say it was 64.
I'll tell you right now. It's on my,
because that's what I was doing while you was talking. I was trying to pull up the email real quick for my order.
No, I can pull it up right.
Because it was outrageously cheaper than FragranceNet. FragranceNet, I looked last night. It's like 82 for a full presentation, 100 ml, which is what I got. 82? The box is over there.
Didn't pay no 82.
No, I paid like 64 or something like that, I think.
Yeah. I think right now it's $68.98.
68. So that's $14
you can get $1
less.
Off coupon. You can use my $1 off coupon too. So,
but still, even just at what you have it listed at $14 less than FragranceNet. So that's just to give you guys an example. Is everything that big of a difference? No, some stuff may be $1 or the same exact price. But if you're like most of us, and you're going to order multiple fragrances, it's going to pay off to check Kingdom Fragrances first. Trust me. Because look, I still buy from FragranceNet. I just had a haul come in from FragranceNet. You know, I spread the wealth. I'm hunting for the best prices. Had Steve had those specific fragrances, he probably would have had a better price.
And I do have some things. I'm not going to specifically say what's coming in, but I can tell you some highly sought after fragrances are coming in very soon. And when I mean very soon, I mean today. So it'll be posted relatively soon. But it's something that a lot of people in the community, it's getting a lot of hype. My local supplier kind of talked me, into doing it. I said, hey, get them if you can. I think he bought 300 pieces. So I plan to buy as many as
can you give us a little tidbit, a little teaser? Can you at least tell us the house? You don't have to tell us the fragrance, but tell us the house.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I guess I can spill the beans on it.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I can tell. I mean, it's just,
break some
I'll
news.
spill the
Why
hype
not?
about it, but I'm getting ultra red. So,
wow, that is hype right now. I've had a lot of people ask me if I was going to review it.
I'm getting a lot. So it will be for an exceptional price. One of the best prices online. I don't know if necessarily the best price online, but it's going to be a very extremely competitive across the market. So
you guys heard it here first. He's getting a slew of, I guess the term would be very affordable bottles of Ultra Red. And correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't that one smell like Ultra Zest? Is that the whole thing behind it?
Yeah, it's been
I haven't read much into it.
I've never smelled it myself, to be honest. But the comparison, yes, that it has some similarities. Yeah. So, and then I do have some other stock that I can just show you right here. I have a few pieces, not a lot, but I haven't listed them yet. But if you're looking for,
I love that stuff.
If you're looking for a bottle, I'll have these listed as well. Relatively soon.
You got to like oud rose. If you like a good oud rose, it's definitely that. For a designer at that, it's a good oud rose fragrance. I definitely enjoy it. I wear it for certain occasions. It's not an everyday fragrance.
Right.
I mean, you can wear whatever the hell you want, but
you can.
I'm not wearing that every day, So what's on the agenda for this weekend, man? What you got going on?
To be honest, just pretty much getting this inventory kind of checked off. I'll be spending a lot of money today, picking up all the things that I've already ordered. Hopefully everything that I wanted comes in. Some of it's some cheaper stuff. Like I said, the Ultra Red should be in today, as well as some more Nichonnet. I don't know exactly which ones I'm getting because I pretty much told my local supplier, whatever you'll sell me is what I'll buy. So as many as you'll sell me of whichever different ones. And then there's another niche or two different niche brands that I'm buying. I don't know. I can't remember which ones that are. I have literally I have 600 bottles right now in front of me. So
I've been to your house. I know I've seen where you keep the stock.
So, but really just going over inventory, updating the website. I'm going to probably do another update video like I do for the fragrances where I it's easier that way where people don't necessarily, you can skim through the video. If you see something that you like, that's cool. But I do it that way to where it's just easier for people to see it all in one place.
I know firsthand you sell a lot of stuff right then and there because of those videos. Because I know I've grabbed stuff. I've messaged you immediately watching those videos. Hey man, I need that bottle. How much?
And in that case, it's first come, first serve. So if somebody has messaged me about it and it's not on the website yet, I will pre-sell them. If somebody messages me, that's perfectly fine. That's cool before I list it. But some of the stuff, it sells out so fast.
Well, that's how I got my bottle of bondnumber9.com. That's how I got my bottle of Mysterious Night, which you just showed. Was you were doing a live and you're like, hey, I'm going to have this. I'm going to have that. I started texting you. Hey, I need that bottle.
And it's cool that I again, like as you've seen me, from the beginning, I try to be personable. So if, people know me, you can legitimately message me. Even if you're not friends with me on Facebook, just message. And if you say, hey, I'd like to purchase that, and you legitimately want to, then yeah, I'll hold it for you. That's not a problem. I'm very personable.
I can definitely attest to that. So you and I, before we started recording, we started chatting about this specific fragrance, which I'm wearing today. And I had no idea we were like-minded in this. So yesterday I did the unboxing and first impressions on my haul of fragrances that I did buy from Steve. For those of you that don't know, I'll have an iCard right here if you want to check that video out. I'm actually wearing YEDT today. I had went through a 10 ml decant that I won in a Michael Dinsmore raffle almost 2 years ago. And I finally went through it. And for as good of a scent as it is, I really enjoy it. I've done a review on it. It's a lovely blue fragrance, but it gets cloying and it overwhelms me because what you get in the first 2 hours, which is, you would think is the majority of the projection, kind of never goes away.
Right.
Hours and hours and hours. And it gets to where it's annoying me at a certain point. So this was actually a blind buy. And after sampling it and then now wearing it, I got to tell you, I like the EDT a lot more. And then you showed me your bottle, if you don't mind pulling that back out. So apparently we're like-minded. He's already knocked out almost a 60 ml. Was that a 60 ml?
It's a 60, yeah.
Yeah, he's almost knocked it out. So for those of you that just assume you need the beast of all beasts, which the EDP is one of, try the EDT. Give it a chance. It's much fresher, much more wearable, I find. A lot easier to wear, if you will, to wear it. I don't see this is not going to bother me the way the EDP did. Now, if you want to capture someone and really captivate them when you walk by, EDP is good for that because you got a big old scent bubble. But if you want something that's going to be just easy and pleasurable to wear, you might want to check out the EDT for why. I know it's getting flankered to death at this point, but the original is definitely worth owning, sampling at the very least. Try it out. Don't just think, oh, I need the most powerful one, which that's something Justin and I discussed it last week, was how important is fragrance's performance, which you and I can touch on right now as well if you want to jump in to that debate. It's sometimes you want just this super loud fragrance to grab attention, but sometimes you just want something that you're just going to get wafts of to enjoy, that you don't necessarily need everybody around you to smell for 10 hours straight. Sometimes a nice, moderate projecting 6-hour fragrance just does the trick. And that's kind of what I'm experiencing here with this. This has been a joy to wear so far today. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I completely agree. And I think it was Justin that touched on it, that I'm the same way. I like to wear more than one fragrance sometimes in a day. So I don't want something to last 15 plus hours. Sometimes, I don't want to have to wash my hands or my arms or my neck to be able to apply another fragrance. I don't want to have to do all that. Like if I'm going out, I get home from work, I put on something nice, to go to work. When I come home, if I'm wearing something a little darker, a little more seductive, maybe for like a dinner out, well, I don't want it to collide if it's something completely different in a different direction. But also, and I don't know which one of you touched on this either, and I thought that was a really, really awesome way to look at it, is that if you really enjoy the fragrance, to me, if I love the fragrance and the scent and there's nothing else like it and the performance is not amazing, I'm still going to buy it. Same. Because I love the fragrance.
I think Justin had sparked that portion of the conversation, and I completely agree with that. Because I have fragrances that last 2 or 3 hours that I wear religiously. Yeah. I'll wear them out the shower, or if I'm just sitting around the house and I know I'm not going anywhere, and I can just reach over, grab the bottle, and spray some more a few hours later.
Right.
That's fine. But every fragrance has a use for me, regardless of its performance. Based on its performance, is going to determine its use for me.
Right.
And it's because scent is number one for me. It always has been. It always will be. It's got to smell great. If I think it smells great, I'll find a use for it because I just enjoy smelling it. Because at the end of the day, if you don't like what you're wearing, why in the hell are you wearing it? Who cares what other people think? It's a bonus. It's a bonus if somebody tells you, hey, man, you smell great. What is that? That's a bonus, not a main purpose for a fragrance,
Yeah. And again, just reiterating on that is that, like I said, there's fragrances I know that I keep in my collection, that I will always keep in my collection, that do not last. It is unfortunate, but that's not going to deter me from it. And I think he touched on also when, reviewers will say, don't buy this because the performance is bad. Well, like you said, it's your preference. If it's something that you like, don't let someone else change your perspective because it lacks or it doesn't perform well. That's not, to me, that's not enough to keep you from buying it. I'm still going to buy it. I'm still going to wear it. Yes, it may only last half the day at work. it is what it is. You might have to reapply it, but that's, that going into it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a fragrance that you absolutely love and enjoy. And it's something that you made memories with. And to me, it's more important than just wearing a fragrance to smell good.
So how excited are you, man? You're just a few months away from being Papa Steve. That's around the
very
corner.
Excited. We're excited. A lot of things, obviously, changes are coming. So we've been adjusting some things here at the house and just kind of getting prepared
Baby
for
proofing
that.
And all that. Getting ready.
Slowly. And then, just really making preparations, for like different things. We've got, the crib and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they're actually doing a really awesome, we already have a crib, but the wood shop teacher is surprised us. I didn't know they were building one. They're building a crib, which I thought
awesome.
was amazing. So
that's cool, man.
So that's really cool. It's just pretty much memory making right now. Just getting to obviously the idea that we're going to have a little one here soon. It's going to be a little unreal, but it's exciting for both of us. It's going to be a change.
Yep.
So,
yeah. Get ready.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I know what the floor looks like next to your feet where you're sitting right now, and you have a little one coming. So what's your plan for all that inventory that's sitting on that tile floor?
Probably
you're not gonna be able to leave that out with a kid running around.
Yeah.
At first it'll be fine because you can be carrying the baby everywhere. But once the walking starts happening, or even the crawling, once the crawling starts happening, digging in boxes.
You can start throwing stuff. Yeah. No, they're probably going to go in and have to go into a bedroom. We've already got a room that we're kind of adjusting right now. So, and once I get to a point, because we are going to be moving to a new house in the future, we have land. So we're going to actually build out there. I'm going to actually have a designated place for inventory where I actually will have nice shelves and actually be able to not have to go through every single box looking for a fragrance. I can have them set up like either according to house or niche and designers, some way do it like that to where it's a little more accessible. But I will have a designated spot, unlike my kitchen.
Yeah, if you guys could see.
They're literally right now. I have
it's all over the floor.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 humongous boxes, completely full right now, completely full.
Stuff. Look, the last time I went to your house, we were just digging through the box. Like, oh shit, you got this too?
Oh, it's increased. It's increased way more than that.
And it was a lot the last time I came. Correct me if I'm wrong. I want to say it was like 2 weeks before I moved to Colorado was the last time I came over. I wanted to come over one last time before I moved. And there's stuff everywhere.
So to put it into perspective, I spend approximately $3,000 a week on fragrances, a week consistently. So $12,000 a month on fragrances.
Now, guys, y'all have to figure that's from a distributor as well.
Yes.
So his awesome prices, he's only got a small margin to where it's more of a hobby than some get rich quick business. And so factor in what you would spend on $3,000, add a little bit more volume to what you're getting for your money. And that's weekly what he's buying, boxes full of fragrances,
a lot,
and he's in the community. So that helps us because he knows what's hot and what people want. So he's able to get his hands on the things we actually want to buy.
And I do talk to my local supplier, like face to face. And I do tell him kind of, hey, can you get this? Right. And I'll say, hey, look, this is what is a lot of talk right now in the community. A lot of people, because I get tons and tons of messages asking, hey, do you have this? Are you getting this? When will you get this? And my usual, response is, I don't know. I have no idea. I can ask, and I do. And like in this case with the Ultra Red, we didn't know if we were going to get it. I didn't know if I was going to get it. And it just lucked out. I think he bought like 300 or 400 pieces. Jesus. Just looked out that the supplier that they purchased from had a high quantity. So I was like, buy them. Like, if you can, I will buy as many as you will sell me. Buy them, because it's hot right now. Everybody, and it's not about, like you touched on it, it's not about necessarily making money with me, because I don't make a whole lot. It's really about helping the community get, like you said, what you guys want. And then there's a face always behind the business. So it's not just some random, banner or, Kingdom Fragrances, and you guys know nothing about the owner or who runs it or who actually heads it up. I legitimately want you guys to save money, and I legitimately want you to get everything that you want, obviously.
Well, you're somebody that at least minimum 3,000 people know of, because not everybody that watches you subscribes to you. And congratulations on the recent milestone, 3,000 subscribers on the channel.
You.
And you're a face that a lot of people in the community know. So it's different with you having a company first to buy fragrances from versus somebody we've never seen, never heard of, doesn't have a channel, isn't a fragrance lover. It's just a business for them. It's different, you know.
There's 100%. There's passion behind the business. It's a lot of work for just, I mean, even to make money. If it was just solely for a business, it's a lot of work. And I do everything myself. I don't have any help. I ship everything out here locally from my house. So I'm legitimately doing all the business, you know, and all the driving to the post office, coordinating with them, dropping off packages.
Full-time job, married with a kid on the way, going to school, working on a degree, graphic design business.
Yep.
It's good Lord. I don't know how you do it, man. I don't know how you, and look, I can respect the hustle. I have that hustle muscle when it comes to work. I'm the same way, but I've never worn as many hats at one time that you wear. So very impressive, man.
I appreciate that.
Unbelievable. And just to circle back to the previous topic, I remember when you had the Mancera conversation with your distributor, because those of you that remember, there was a nice stretch where Steve was getting some really good prices on Instant Crush and Cedrat Boisé and all that. And I mean, better than everybody, better than those of you that watch me know I deal with Vinba fragrances. He was blowing them out the water in prices on both. At the time, they were, you know, 80 something, 90 something dollars. And here's Steve at 68, you know.
And just so you know, I am getting more Instant Crush. That is on the way.
You need to.
And there's other Manceras. Yes. And I think they have more Mancera today, or I don't know, but before I started purchasing from my main supplier, they didn't buy niche. They were just solely designers. They didn't know about niche. They literally were just kind of, I don't know if they're hesitant or skeptical about it. I don't know. But obviously the price point is a lot different than designer price points in purchasing, and they purchase anywhere from 100 to sometimes 500 bottles at a time. So that's a lot of money, you know, when they're throwing $100,000 on one exact fragrance. That's a lot of money in hopes that it will sell. Yeah. So for them, it's a liability. But I started talking, you know, with some of them and said, hey, look, if you could get Mancera, you know, Montal, and some of these other entry-level niche fragrances, these niche brands that people really enjoy and that are actually very competitive in pricing that people can afford, it's just slightly over designer pricing. I think it would be a win. And they did. You know, they took the step and the risk of doing it, and here we are now. I mean, I think they stock anywhere from like 15 to 25 different brands that are niche right now, and it's going to continue to grow as we progress. So.
And see, that's the reason I wanted to bring that part up and circle back, because I had that in my mind to bring up, and we got off subject for a second. But the reason I bring that up is it's nice to have somebody in the community trying to make these things happen, because this goes back to the point that I was saying, that it's different when it's somebody in the community versus somebody that has a business, whereas distributor, they don't know the allure and the appeal of the affordable niche side and all that. They just know, hey, Dior, Versace, all these popular designers, you know, so that's the kind of stuff they're going to stock because they know it's going to sell. Whereas I remember when you introduced them to Kajal Homme and some of the Argos fragrances, they don't know, they're not in the community. They don't know any better. They're not trying these things. And Zaharoff, and what else did you? I remember you telling me a story. He had tried Kajal Homme, and he said it was like the greatest thing he's ever smelled in his life. He
absolutely loved Kajal. I did. The only issue they had was that they would obviously sell them to me at their price, and it's like when I buy Gravitas, right? I purchase at wholesale pricing, but I cannot sell it for the price that I purchase at, because the stock list price has to sell for their website price. Yeah. So Kajal would most likely, they wouldn't be able to discount it. That's the only dilemma, but he was absolutely blown away by it. Just an amazing fragrance. And he does really like Zaharoff as well. But he's more so the guy that I usually talk to, he's more so like really enjoys very youthful scents, a lot of citrus, Zaharoff, he enjoyed it. He's not an older guy, and I don't know if I don't know. He liked it, but he wasn't.
Doesn't like that real masculine appeal. He likes the sweeter scents, the fruitier scents, stuff like that.
The more youthful and younger scents, citrus heavy, stuff like aquatic, citrus and stuff like that.
He must love Mercedes-Benz cologne then.
Yes, and he never smelled Dior Homme cologne. And I was like,
Really?
well, I know he didn't. I was like, well, that's a kind of a clone.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I was like, surprisingly, Mercedes-Benz has a bit better performance, in my opinion, than Dior. And I told him I was going to bring it this next time I come here. I'm actually the Dior Homme cologne so he can smell it, because he's actually never sampled it before. He didn't even know that it was kind of the closeness of it in regard to that. So
because I remember when you text me, you're like, hey man, you got a minute? Call me real quick. And I call and I'm like, dude, guess what I'm getting? I'm getting like 50 bottles of Mercedes-Benz cologne. Wow. That's impressive, because to find 5 bottles has gotten ridiculous, because FragranceBuy.ca stocked them a few weeks ago. I had people messaging me about it. And I want to say it was like $75. It was the 120 ml though, full presentation, but still, I mean, we were able to get 75 ml testers from you. It was like right around $40.
Yeah, I think I was selling it for $39.98.
Yeah, that's what it was. I mean, I'm cool with that.
And I literally bought as many as I could, and I think I sold 35 or 45 within a week.
Yeah, I know that first day when you and I were spreading it around on Facebook and Instagram and everything, and then I spread it on my community page as well. I think we sold like 20-something bottles right then. Yeah, because it's sought after. People want them, you know.
Like I said, I literally had one guy buy four bottles, and I get it.
I believe it.
If you really enjoy that fragrance and you love it, it is discontinued. I encourage people, just like I think I still have a few bottles left of. Where is that? The Mercedes-Benz. Yeah, right.
Black Club Black.
Yeah. Yep. I have a few more left of these, and these are from what I've heard, it's technically discontinued. There is still stock on the market.
Well, let me go ahead and help you sell one of those bottles. I didn't realize you had those. Sold. I will take one of those. Afterwards, message me how much I owe you. I'll PayPal you, and you can go ahead and get that out to me Wednesday when you ship again.
I got you, bro.
Yeah, that's definitely me. I didn't know you had any of those right now.
Yeah,
I've been procrastinating getting a bottle of that for a long time. I've had a lot of requests to review it. I need that. I definitely need that.
A really nice scent. I'm trying to remember what they said it's similar to.
I forgot. I know it's got a lot of vanilla in it.
Yeah, it's a darker vanilla, but it's somebody, and I don't remember if it was a review or a post. Somebody was referencing it to something else. Maybe somebody will drop a comment or something when the video is on. I don't know, but I'm not sure. But it is really nice, very masculine, a little on the sweeter side, not crazy sweet, but it's good. And it's, in my opinion, for the Mercedes line, it's a must-have for sure.
And I'll go ahead and do a quick screen share for those of you that have not seen the Kingdom Fragrances website. Here we go, right here. So quick and easy, just type in what you're looking for. So let's just type in Coach, for example. Coach for Men. Quick and easy, one of my favorite cheapies, mass appealing, $34, get you a 100 milliliter bottle. And everywhere else, it's around $37 or $38 for a 100 ml. So that's just a prime example of, it's not a huge savings sometimes, but it is a savings. And then you go and buy, what is it, at $75 is free shipping? $69. Also, so you get 2 fragrances and free shipping.
And they can also use quad pay if you don't want to pay it all up at front. You can still do the $69, pay with quad pay. You'll get the free shipping, and you only have to pay the $11.75 for 4 installments of that. Which is right here, which is beneficial. I use stuff like that all the time. It definitely comes in handy. So I just wanted to show you guys real briefly. That was just off the top of my head, but it just goes to show how often I shop. That I'm like, oh, it's $38 at this place. And so, but that's my thing. It's what I do. I bargain hunt, and I try to bring those savings along to the viewers, because I know there's a lot of like-minded people out there, regardless of the community, whether it's fragrances, whether it's, the hat community, whatever, which I get a lot of comments about my hats too. There's a row
There's a
your
the
hat
side.
game is
There's
ridiculous.
a row above that you can't see. That's actually four. See how it's double stacked right there?
Yes.
It's double stacked twice up there. So there's 4 rows of hats right there. There's 2 more rows on that side. I got a lot of hats.
I before we're done, I didn't want to forget. So I'm going to be dropping my subscriber giveaway soon, and this is going to be $300 on my website. So It's going to be the 6 lucky people will get $50 gift cards. So I just want to share that with you so that your viewers could see it too. If you happen to make it over to my channel, that's cool. If not, it's all good. But if you do happen to make it over there and you do subscribe and you drop a comment on that video, obviously you could have your chance to win a $50 gift card courtesy of my website. So,
well, there you go, guys. That's pretty cool. Cost you nothing to enter. I will have Steve's channel and Kingdom Fragrances linked at the top of the description. Those links are always in my video descriptions. Just for this specific video, I'll have them make sure they're right at the top for you guys, so it's easy of access. Make sure you subscribe to Steve's channel. Very down-to-earth guy, as you can see. Laid-back, cool cat with some good knowledge and a lot of passion for fragrances. And if you like my channel, I don't see why you wouldn't like his channel. And I think that's a pretty good stopping point for us. Steve, thank you so much for being on here. Thank you so much for sharing some of your business and personal life with us. It's always good to talk to you, my man. And until next time, guys, we will catch you on the flip side. Y'all have a great weekend.